Have you ever imagined what the future of private jets would be like in some years to come? Is it so far-fetched to imagine that in the not-too-distant future, we'll be flying around in flying saucers or taking vacations to space? The idea of manned flight was a pipe fantasy among the academic fringe only a century ago. And now we have a robot on Mars that can obliterate boulders with lasers. Well, taking a look at some of the futuristic jets can bring some of that imagination to life. In these coming years, the future of air-based transportation is predicted to expand by leaps and bounds. So in today's video, we'll take a look at some of the most futuristic private jets. How will they change the way we travel? Keep watching to find out more. However, before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this and hit the bell symbol to get notified of our newest videos. And don't forget to thumbs up this video. Number 10, the Quaia 2058 jet. The Quaia 2058, a concept aircraft built by University of Miami students for the 2008 NASA Aeronautics Contest, could revolutionize aerodynamics. The fact that there are no moving parts makes it innovative, because moving parts reduce a machine's longevity. The Quaia design eliminates them in favor of a more efficient design. The Quaia, or Quiet Ultra Efficient Integrated Aircraft, is a suggested design for a plane in 2058. It does away with the traditional tail for stability and instead uses engines housed within the aircraft's frame. Ailerons, which are little flaps on the backside of the wings that control the plane's roll, are used by almost all airplanes. When you raise the flap on one wing, the plane drops on that side due to increased air pressure on its surface. Number 9, Lockheed Martin N2. The N2 jet concept, which can reach speeds of 1,200 miles per hour, is aimed at commercial aircraft and aims to travel from London to New York in under 3 hours. This is a leading supersonic passenger aircraft of the new generation. The N2 would have 80 seats and 3 engines, one beneath each wing and one on top. The aerospace company is working on new propulsion technologies for this aircraft, as well as ways to reduce the amount of noise produced by such powerful engines. Number 8, the Airbus Transparent Plane. The Airbus Transparent Plane, which is expected to be completed in 2050, is intended to enhance the flying experience rather than the mechanics of flight. The entire craft is translucent, which may be frightening to some, but will prove to be thrilling, similar to skydiving. Passengers check in by placing their hand on the glass door, which also serves as a biometric scanner, and the seats automatically adjust to your body form. The seats will also be engineered to capture body heat from passengers, which will be transformed into energy to assist powering the plane. Make this the first and only occasion that the dread of flying will help avert a crash. Finally, according to Charles Champion, Airbus's head of engineering, see-through ceilings allow passengers to recline and experience the panorama in which they are flying. Number 7, the Maglev Air Urban. This is another concept design that has a lot of potential for short-distance urban transport. The Maglev Air is a combination plane and shuttle system designed by George Mild, Dennis Ors, and Leonie Lonixak. It could be used to launch small planes via a magnetic acceleration shuttle. The shuttle travels on a grounded rail and accelerates swiftly enough to propel a miniature jet into the air, similar to the launch mechanism of an aircraft carrier or the motion your hand produces when throwing a paper airplane. The Maglev uses scramjets for thrust once in the air. The device might be utilized as a shuttle between connected airports or for rapid travel between 2 locations in urban areas. Because the magnetic launch technique decreases noise pollution, it's ideal for this. Number 6, the X51A Waverider. The X51A Waverider claims to be capable of crossing the Atlantic in under 1 hour. Whereas the number of days passengers on steamships across the Atlantic in the early 20th century should expect to spend at least 3 days on board. The trip takes roughly 7 to 8 hours with today's airliners. The X51, designed by Boeing, has a top speed of Mach 6, or nearly 4,000 miles per hour. It just broke the record for continuous flying at Mach 5, or 5 times the speed of sound. The Waverider can fly at hypersonic or Mach 5 plus speeds for at least 300 seconds, which is enough to get it anywhere within a 450-mile radius in approximately the time it took you to listen to this entry. Number 4. Spike S512. The Spike S512 is a proposed supersonic business jet designed by American aerospace manufacturer Spike Aerospace that would cut long-haul flying time in half. The design of the airplane will be lined with small cameras relaying footage to thin, curved displays on the internal walls of the fuselage, taking the current aircraft to a higher technical level. The Spike S512 is expected to be roughly 131 feet long with 18 passenger capacity. Number 3. Arion AS2. The Arion AS2 is a supersonic business jet developed by Arion Corporation and Airbus that will enter service in 2023 and will cost a stunning $120 million USD. FlexJet has already ordered 20 Arion AS2s for $2.4 billion. The AS2 will travel at Mach 1.5 thanks to supersonic laminar flow technology. Due to a 20% reduction in aerodynamic drag, its novel wing shape will also allow for lower fuel usage over long distances. Only 12 passengers will be permitted to travel aboard the plane. Number 3. Jaxa Hypersonic Plane. The Hytex is being developed by Japan's Aerospace Exploration Agency, Jaxa, which aims to cross the Pacific Ocean in under 2 hours at Mach 5 speeds. Jaxa has already shown the operation of a hypersonic turbojet in wind tunnel tests at Mach 4. A Mach 5 passenger plane would be subjected to extremely high temperatures, necessitating the development of a new engine and a heat-resistant frame. Number 2. PakTa. The PakTa, or Perspective Airborne Complex of Transport Aviation, dubbed the next-generation Russian military transport aircraft, is said to be capable of supersonic flight and transporting up to 200 tons of cargo. This capability would allow the jet to dispatch a fully outfitted task force to any location on the globe in hours. However, this aircraft is still simply a concept, and many doubt that such a flying behemoth can be built. By 2024, Russia intends to add 80 PakTa planes to its fleet. In terms of money, personnel, and engineering capacity, this is a large undertaking. And if the Russian military succeeds, it will be demonstrating its efficiency and power. Number 1. The Skylon surface-to-orbit plane. We saved the best for the last. Current spaceships have a well-known design. Massive thrusters are employed during takeoff and subsequently cast away. As the ship approaches the outer atmosphere, smaller engines take their place. It works, but it's not particularly efficient. This is why scientists are looking into SSTO RLVs, or single-stage to orbit reusable launch vehicles. Spaceships that look more like regular airplanes than the massive shuttle design we've had for so long. It will be able to accommodate up to 30 passengers, and will have a projected length of 272 feet and a wingspan of 87 feet. The Skylon is an SSTO RLV with a shelf life of more than 200 launches, including re-entries, and is almost ready to be produced. For all stages of flight, the aircraft will employ a single multi-purpose engine, which will receive 90% of its funding from private firms. It will extract oxygen from the atmosphere like a jet engine in the atmosphere, and then switch to an onboard fuel source in space, saving space, weight, and money. The project has only received a small percentage of the required finances, with an anticipated development cost of roughly $12 billion. Finally, when it comes to selecting the ideal jet for you, there are numerous options. Although there are high-end and low-end versions, the decision-making process is the same for both. You must first ensure that you are aware of all elements before settling on the perfect private jet for you, so thoroughly examine each model and its features. When it comes to cost, several solutions will meet any budget and allow you to acquire just what you need. That's all for now. We would love to know your thoughts on what the future holds for these future jets in the comment section below. Like always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates and new content. See you soon.